Reformation in Tudor England. Early Reformers and Humanists. Lollards. A key Lollard was John Wycliffe, who translated the Bible into English. They were an underground heretical group who rejected papal headship of the church and believed that priests shouldn't mediate between person and God. They also rejected transubstantiation and instead believed in predestination, which meant that it had been determined long before birth who will go to heaven and who will go to hell. They wanted the Bible in the vernacular so that the people could interpret it for themselves. The Wycliffe Bible, translated into English, was illegal. As this group was mostly underground, it was unsure how widespread it was. Lutherans. They were influenced by a German monk named Martin Luther, who in 1517 wrote the 95 Theses, which labelled the Pope as an Antichrist and criticised the Catholic Church. They believe that faith alone will bring you your salvation. They don't believe in indulgences, as people are naturally sinful. They wanted the Bible also to be translated into the vernacular so that the people were able to read and interpret it for themselves. They did not believe that the Pope should be the spiritual head of the church, and instead believed in royal supremacy, where the monarch should be the head of the church. Another key Lutheran was William Tyndale, who translated the Bible into English, but he was soon labelled a heretic and fled to Holland. Cranmer and Cromwell, advisors to King Henry VIII, were also secret supporters of Luther. Humanists. Erasmus was a Dutch humanist who prepared new Latin and Greek editions of the New Testament. He was critical of some Catholic practices, but remained Catholic throughout the whole of his life. Thomas More was a lawyer, author, and advisor to Henry. From 1529 to 1532, he was Lord Chancellor. He resigned as Chancellor when failed to convince Henry not to challenge papal authority. He was eventually executed as he refused to accept Parliament having power to make Henry the head of the church. John Colet was a friend of Erasmus and studied Greek and Latin texts. He was highly critical of the practices of the church and a firm believer that Scripture should provide a guide for life. Humanists were Catholics who wanted reform from inside the church. They believed that the text should be translated back into the original Latin and Greek editions. Henry himself was an acclaimed humanist. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, comment what you would like to see, and follow all my social medias in the description. Bye!